share just a little tidbit that's kind of funny. I guess romance is hard for everyone. I mean, is there anybody in this room that just fell into the perfect person like the very first day? I don't. Romance just, it requires a lot of you. You have to figure things out, and then you have to figure something out again. You know, it's hard to find the right person to spend the rest of your life with. Yes? So, one of the things, anybody that knows me really well knows this, but one of the weird things I do is for about the last 40 years, I have a prayer journal. And because I have a hard time staying awake when I pray. So if I write, you know, I stay awake. So I've been praying for Matt for a while because he was, you know, because romance is a roller coaster, right? And so I was like, whoa, you know. So I was asking God, you know, a few years ago, I said, he needs the right person. He really needs the right person. God's going, yeah, he does. And so I'm praying this and I'm praying this. And so at one point, I'm getting impatient. So I say to God, hey, you got a timetable on this or anything? And every now and then, this is really fun, and after I'm gone, y'all guys can look at my prayer books and you'll be really shocked, but I actually get answers sometimes. And the answer that came that day was, he's already met her. And I'm like, oh yeah? Does he know it's her? And the answer was, not yet. But you need to know. So I'm like, okay, well, how will I know? So anyway, here's the end of the story is, Matt started dating Jesse, you know, through an app, and everything. Is that the way we do it these days? And anyway, this is the backstory, is that Jordan is my daughter. Say hi, Jordan. There's my daughter. And when I was pregnant with Jordan, there were about 3 or 4 weeks in there where the doctor thought that I had twins. And he said, I think you better choose 2 names. So I chose Jordan and Jesse. So when Matt and I talked about the girl he was dating, I said, oh really? You know, what does she do? And you know, he told me a little bit about her, and I said, well, what's her name? And he said, well, she's kind of young, Mom. She's Jordan's age. And I said, what's her name? And he said, Jessie. And I was like, oh my God. So back when I had two babies, I thought, I was really glad it turned out to be 1. Thank you very much. But I am winding up with a Jordan and a Jesse. Yeah. Just like it was supposed to be.
All right, thank you, Susan. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, let's look for Maid of Honor, Jessica.
Gosh, how do I call it that?
Hi everybody, I'm Jessica. I am the Maid of Honor. It's that lovely introduction. It wasn't hot. So, Jess and I met in Los Angeles 12 years ago. Maybe a long speech. We met at a little place called Meridian Sports Club. body's in motion, it went through some transitions. She started out at the front desk, and I was assistant manager at the time. I remember the first thing I noticed about Jess was her energy. She just had this sparkle. And that was something that I could relate to. I'm a sparkly person as well. She quickly got promoted to sales, like really soon, and eventually ended up as the group fitness director of literally all the Meridians in the area. There's like 12. So yeah, that sparkle carried her a long way in the Meridian world and throughout. Meridian was like an LA family for many of us who were transplanted there to follow our dreams. There were a lot of us, actors, singers, whatnot. And it was like a big dysfunctional family at times, but a family nonetheless. Jess and I were kindred spirits, both tall, both brunette, both actors, both named Jessica, and people would get us confused a lot and ask us if we were sisters. Yes, this was our favorite. Yeah, we're sisters. Our parents decided to make us both Jessica. Actually, there's this funny story. We got a phone call one day at Meridian. Hi, can I talk to Jessica? Well, which one? The personal trainer. Well, which one? Tall brunette. Which one? The one who just got back from Beijing. Which one? Yeah, we literally were both in Beijing within weeks of each other. We finally got them to know a last name and we had it from there. So, although Jess made a conscious decision to not get involved in the Meridian Sports Club drama, and there was a lot of it, so much that E! Entertainment wanted to make a reality show on our gym with all of us as cast members. Luckily, our boss put the kibosh to that. Anyways, Jess was always down for a dance party, a rock band party, or any other themed party we would throw at our place. It wasn't until my husband Mike, who also worked at Meridian, so he and I moved to Austin. He's from here. Jess soon followed after, and that's when Jess and I really became super close. She put us in touch with Weston, and Weston, Mike and I, Weston, we would have regular lunch dates when we first moved here. Weston, Mike and I, and then Ava and Devin were part of those lunch dates. And here they are right here, Ava and Devin. Ava was Devin's first friend. Their first play date, she had just turned 2, and Devin was probably a few weeks old, and they didn't play a lot because it couldn't, but you guys get the picture. Jessie has been my sounding board many times, and I'm pretty sure I've been hers. She's the type of person I can literally trust in my life. She knows everything about me, and still wants to be my friend. We cried together, we laughed together, we had drank wine together. We had trained together, auditioned together, encouraged each other, and have been each other's biggest cheerleaders. I've seen her ebb and flow through some pretty interesting relationships. Like that one dude who forgot his wallet. When he took you out for your birthday. Yeah, true story. That was fun.
Mike paid for everything.
And my husband. I like to think that I lived vicariously through her while she explored Tinder. I'm married, and Tinder didn't exist until after I was in a committed relationship, so that doesn't work for me. Speaking of Tinder, did you guys know that's how they met? Anyways, I'll never forget when she told me about him after their 7-hour first date. I was like, okay, this guy sounds fantastic, but not emotionally unstable, negative, or weird enough for Jess. But I secretly hoped it would last because I knew that Matt was the type of person Jess deserved to be with. So y'all can probably imagine how happy I am that I'm part of their wedding right now. I'm standing up here talking to y'all. Jessie, you are kind, compassionate, caring, encouraging, honest, and a loving friend. It's hard to find words to describe how much you mean to me, and I honestly don't think I could have lasted in Austin if it wasn't for you. Thank you. I love you. Matt, you are everything that a girl hopes to see in the man her best friend marries. You as well are kind, compassionate, nurturing, and encouraging. And thank you for showing Jessie what it's like to be with someone who truly loves her and always has her best interest in mind. Everybody raise a glass. I'd like to end with a quote by George Eliot. What greater thing is there for two human souls than to feel that they are joined, to strengthen each other, to be at one with each other in silent, unspeakable memories. Cheers to the bridegroom.
That was your mama.
All right, thank you, Jessica. Ladies and gentlemen, next, let's give it up for our best man, Rudy.
Actually, Matt did something similar earlier. This looks lengthy, but it really isn't. I'll put it up there. Like, but these parts are like opening. It's not. Alright. Trying to get myself together because I just had to go off the fire. So, alright. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rudy. I'm the best man. I'd like to take a quick second to thank everyone for coming. Like, I know one of the group has traveled as far as Sweden, so thank you everyone for being here. See, another card. Very simple. Combination actually. And everyone, wonderful as well. Everyone I met. Everyone looks wonderful. So thank you. Buttering up, that's done as well. And everyone that knew I was going to have to do a speech, thank you for still deciding to come because I am not that good with words. I barely understand English, so my wife will attest to that. Introduction. When Matt asked me to be best man, I had two emotions hit me. Three. There was a little bit of hesitation, because like any girl, I expected a dinner and roses. Really nice. Matt asked me at a bar, tapped my shoulder, and was like, "Well, you're my best man." I was like, I guess. That's right. But I obviously got over that in a matter of seconds, and I said yes. And then I had a bit of surprise because since their engagement, I've kind of just been rewiring my head because just in the situation I wasn't asked to be the best man. Well, the reason being because of the groomsman and groomsgal, Jordan, that are up there. Each of these individuals have known that much longer than I have. So, like, they have a special place in his heart. So, like, when he asked me, obviously I was surprised and a little bit shocked. And it wasn't easy because my wife kept continuously asking me who the best man is going to be. So, thank you for that too. For instance, Eli and Matt have lived in multiple cities together: LA, New York, Austin. Raph and Matt live the LA lifestyle. They work on TV shows and movies. And well, Jordan's his sister. There's not much to say about that. That kind of tops everything. But then there was excitement because for those that don't know, Matt was the best man at my wedding. So I don't have any stats, but this feels like a rare thing. Unless you're like sibling, like brothers or sisters, like, I don't think best friends get to do this. So it was especially, like, I just feel like it's awesome to be living in this room and being able to do best man trips at each other's weddings. I will say this is a lot harder because he got to go first. So just like in Forrest, I feel like you have the advantage. He is much better than with words. See, there we go. He is much better with words than I am because he is a copywriter. And he set the bar really high with his speech. So it's kind of hard to top it and not copy it either. On to the juice. I already tell this is juice. So I've known Matt for about 10 years, and our friendship started one fateful morning at a company known as Casasa. And so we had known each other, but I'm pretty sure everyone has a coworker where you just do it's like you don't really talk to them. It's all small talk, and you're just like, I guess we could be friends, but you don't really engage or try to. But before that fateful morning, I had a very rough evening. And it's kind of funny because I get to bring this full circle with you, because I know you mentioned it at your best man speech. But I just want to preface before I tell the story. I was 22 years old. It's more like 18 living a 22-year-old's body. I was broke. I had lived in New York for the summer, so that was not the best idea. And I had an ex-girlfriend. Actually, I was in debt to my ex-girlfriend. So that's right there. Different woman. But I had two bright spots. I had Kasasa and I had my boss, Liz. She owned a marketing agency and she let me live with her. So I had a home for a while. All right, back to that horrible, rough evening. Her agency, she owns a marketing agency. They had an event sponsored by Crown Royal. Right after work, head over. Just head over. Because I was like, yeah, free food and drinks, yeah. Broke. And I remember two things. I remember parking the car and getting out of the car. So everyone, I encourage you to Uber and Lyft home because I've made some horrible mistakes. But the next morning I woke up and I had a problem. Liz is waking me up and I wake up and I'm like, I'm not in my room. I was like, oh my gosh. Well, I'm in her office and they have a dog, adorable little dog, his name was Bogey. I'm sleeping in his bed. And I wake up with Bogey just coming and eating, like drinking water out of a water bowl, which my head is using as a pillow. So, not one of my finest moments. So obviously, the next morning I'm freaking out. I should have probably called her, but I go into work, and you know that feeling when everyone's just watching you? Like right now? I just have that good feeling, like everyone is watching me now. Oh my God, no idea how I'm gonna get through this day. So, fortunately, like, I knew Matt seemed like a cool guy based off our small talk, and I just messaged him and I was like, man, I don't feel well, like, this is not, like, I did a horrible thing, like, I should have, I have a day job, I should have done this. And obviously Matt's like, who are you? Are you, like, where's your cubicle? Are you sure you work here? Like, so many questions, but two things came out of that crazy night and that rough morning, and that was a pretty funny story, and our friendship. And since then, we have gelled since then, and I would say that was kind of the start of our friendship. So before I started writing this, like this part is, I don't know, how do you define friendship? You know, you can look through so many memories, and it just gets tough. I had to actually go through, you know, on Facebook, they have a view your friendship. I just went through and I was like, what have we done? And we've done numerous ACLs and South by Southwest parties. We've shared years of birthdays, lots of videos actually, who we won't mention. And house parties and New Year's parties and tons of pool parties. And still more to come. But one thing, as I look back, I really appreciated was there was tons of laughs, some at my expense. Some of you may remember Kitty Mamia. I don't know what that means. It means nothing. But I somehow brought that up. And Matt actually taught me how to say vicariously properly. I think for the longest time I was saying vicariously. He never told me anything. But we've had tons at his expense. And this is where I get to. We had a good amount. Some may remember Matt rocking two distinctive hairstyles. There was the mullet, remember that, buddy? The mullet and the rat tail. Yeah, exactly. There was no bet. This was all Matt. Matt chose. He chose these hairstyles. And Matt once groomed his mustache to form a monkey tail. Remember that? If for his events, that was for a good cause. It was Movember, so I mean, I guess we could have it pass. But you never did the competition, though.
No, I didn't win.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, everyone had that. Matt has left me on the top of a mountain before. So to preface that story, we went snowboarding a few years back, and my first time snowboarding ever, And I mainly did the green. So last night, we have enough time to go up once more and come back down. And Matt's strapping up his snowboard, and I'm ready. And he's like, go on ahead. So again, this is my first time on the blue. Well, second time, but the first time was horrible. I just hated it. So I'm going down. I don't know why I did that, but I'm going down the mountain, and as I'm going down, I noticed like you can veer to the right. And I was like, well, Matt would have told me to veer right? Like, that would have been something you should have told me. And as I go down there, I wait to the bottom of the hill, and like 10 minutes pass, and I'm like, Matt veered right. Matt really veered right. But yeah, so after like 100 falls and many curse words, I finally figured out, like, I finally made it all the way down, and I was so mad at him. I was like, why didn't you just tell me to veer right? But the funny part is, like, that's just kind of Matt. Like, Matt's all thumbs, you know? But that is the Matt we know. But despite the laughs and everything we've been through, like, those were fun memories. But I just needed, like, I don't know what defines a friendship. And then I started thinking about, we had, my wife, I don't know why, she wanted a videographer. I do know why now, but like, you know, I kept rewatching our wedding and seeing Matt speak, and I started to think of, like, what are those moments in life that kind of, like, I call them asterisks. But essentially, like, you know, in life we have asterisks. We have graduation, we have marriage, we have the birth of our kids, and then everything, the cycle that they have to do, birth, marriage. And I was wondering, is there any for me and Matt? And I could think of two. And one was, like, actually the first time I met your mom. And it was one of your birthday parties. I won't say what year, let's just say he was turning 21. And she was there, and Matt introduced me to her as my, he introduced me as his best friend. It may have been best friend at work, but I mean, one of you. It's all right. I mean, I heard what I wanted to. And the second part was just like when you spoke at my wedding. I mean, that is definitely an asterisk for me because I don't know, men don't really share their feelings. You know, I'm not gonna text every guy and be like, I love you, I hope you have a great day. I do that to my wife and, you know, maybe my parents, and but, you know, I'm not gonna text Matt every day, hey, hope you have a great day at work, I love you, buddy. But we've never been like best friends, so I never really had anyone to guide me in life. So that was kind of Matt. And like thinking of all those memories and all those like notable moments, his haircut and the mountain, you know. Matt has been more than a best friend. Matt has always been my big brother. I don't know when that happens, but that's what he is to me. You know, you may not have realized it, but I mean, in the past 10 years, you've helped shape the person that I am. He's offered me wisdom through my trials and tribulations. He's offered me his whiskey cabinet when I've been down my luck. And I think it's those memories, you know, all those late night talkings about life and our struggles, and that actually made us brothers. It wasn't you leaving me on a mountain, but I mean, that's close. And with Matt, I've seen him go through his own adversities. I love looking back because I probably gave you the worst advice. I probably was not good at that. I think one time I think you, me, and Jay were having a drink, and I was telling you about the relationship stuff. And I remember thinking, I was like, Jay quoted some book. I don't even know what it was. It may not be a good book, but it was. But it was the best advice, and I was like, maybe Jay should be your best friend. I don't know how you know, but despite that, you know, I felt the best thing I could always do was just stand through the thick and thin, and just always be there and be an ear you needed to speak to. I mean, these past couple of years have been rough for you, but I mean, fortunately, we found Jesse. Enter Jesse. Oh yeah. So when I first heard about Jesse, it was actually at our wedding, and then we met you at Blackstone, and I remember thinking that like she's like really charming, friendly. You're beautiful, and you're so free-spirited. You were an actress, a singer-songwriter, and I remember telling Matt the next day on Messenger, I was like, you don't think she's kind of out of your league? I was like, buddy, when's the last time we worked out? I know you got your gym membership. No, I'm joking. He works out, guys. He's got a workout routine now. And in the beginning, we didn't, like, as much as we would have loved to spend more time with you, you know, we were busy with Small Blues. So we kind of heard secondhand stories. And I think it's funny because one of the ones that really sticks out, it's a silly story. But I was out with Matt one night, and we're having drinks, and Matt, I was asking Matt about, we should say, The Walking Dead. And he was like, no, I haven't caught up. And I was like, okay, that's great. And then I asked him about, like, I don't know, The Office. And he was like, no, I haven't caught up with that either. And I was like, why are you so behind on TV? 50%. Matt was good at juggling TV. He was like 5 or 6 shows. He's the one that would recommend me TV, where I'd be like, all right, well, I guess we should watch this. And he was like, just don't watch TV. And I was like, well, she does watch TV. But it just kind of shows the balance that she brought to his life, which was like, you know, it was like, then I was like, so what did you do last night? And he was like, oh, well, I helped Jesse rehearse for her gig. Or, you know, you would help him with copywriting. You guys would work so well because of your creativity. You just bounce stuff off each other. So it's great because, you know, remove TV from his life. Yeah. In a good way. I mean that with love. One other quick story was like, the other night, I think I met y'all out for drinks, and I was at their house, and I noticed these Post-its. And I was like, what is it? Like, I assumed they were for Matt, because Matt's very forgetful. So I was like, oh, they're probably to like remind him to take out the trash or something. So me and Matt were talking, just fell asleep. I went to the bathroom, and then I kind of snoozed, and I was like, what does this say? And one of them said, where is it? I have it. I'm so glad we found each other. And it's really interesting because like I've never seen Matt be that affectionate with anyone except me. But it just kind of shows that like Matt himself has evolved with you, and it's for the better. It's for the good. So I'm almost done, guys. I promise. So like Jesse sees in Matt what we all see in him, that kind, witty, and genuine man. It's the majority of the time all comes, but it works out for many laughs. And Matt saw in Jesse what we all see, this warm-hearted, like genuine and free-spirited woman that love each other. You guys love each other so much. I promise it's just too much. And then there's I saw these YouTube videos and everyone offered advice, and I didn't know what to do, so I felt compelled to do it. But based off my research, me and my wife have been married 3 wonderful years. And I love you, sweetie. And there's tons of families here that, tons of married couples that set the gold standard here. But the one thing I've learned over our years of marriage is that you guys are a team. And always remember that. I kind of gave you all a nickname. You guys could go with Jeff. A couple name. TT with Matt. A couple name. Or I thought of Massey. Jeff works better. But I want you to remember, just like the 2011 Mavericks championship. it took the trust of teammates, and it took the teammates to listen to each other and to love each other to get where they're at, to defeat LeBron James. So just always remember that you guys are always on the same team, just love each other, and you guys will always have an So to recap, everyone, you look wonderful. Everyone looks lovely. Jesse, I look forward to many more good memories with you. I can't wait for our kids to grow up to, not ours, yours too. You get what I'm saying? Our kids to grow up to each other. I mean, maybe that did sound right, I just wanted to verify. And Matt, you were the big brother. I've always wanted. It took me 22 years to get to you, but I mean, it was worth the wait.
So I'm Jesse's little brother, and growing up, I didn't really talk that much because she talked for me. And when I would talk in front of people or be in front of a group of people, I'd close my eyes. So I'm gonna close my eyes right now. And people would go away because they couldn't see me because I can't see them. And one thing I'll say about my sister that I love is that she's always been there for me. So all growing up, she's always paved the way. I learned how to really interact with people because of her, and especially in large groups. She was always Miss Popular. She'd always include me with everyone else, and I really learned how to interact with folks because of her. And 5 years ago when we moved here, something like that. I was in a place with little Ava, the flower girl, and I really needed someone to live with that could really help out, and my sister was in a place where she really needed to get the heck out of California. And, amen, right? Amen? And so she moved in with me, and let's begin the adventures of Olga and Oscar. And Olga and Oscar comes from, because some of our relatives lived together, brother and sister, until they were 80s. And so Jess and I always said we were each other's Olga and Oscar, and then Matt stole Olga. But seriously, you stole her. But one thing that I loved about Jess is that we were both going through a little bit of valley, and we were able to really help each other through that, like provide some emotional support, have some cranberry nights, which was cranberry and special sauce. And through those times, we grew very close, and we were able to really pour in each other's lives. And so I really loved the time we had together. Loved the time that you were able to be there for me and for Ava. And then Matt came along. And the way I knew that it was going to work out was just when I said, Matt's coming over, we're going to watch the Mavericks play. And I'm like, Jess, you know what basketball is? No, seriously. And then I was sitting with them. I'm like, I don't watch basketball. Sorry. And when I was sitting with them, she was quoting stats. And I'm like, what is going on? Who is taking my sister? And so that's when I knew this guy had her heart. And Matt's a great guy. He has a lot of patience. Bless you. Bless you, Matt. No, but seriously, he's a great guy. Kind of like what Bree was saying, I always wanted an older brother. I have a little brother, a little big brother. And it's nice to have a guy that I can kind of look up to, that I can look up to, not kind of, I can look up to you, literally. And he's a great guy. He's perfect for her. Like I said, he has patience. He pushes her into creativity, which a lot of other guys did not. They kind of sucked the creativity out of her, and he actually pushed it towards for her. And also, he's just a great guy, and he's stable, and he's even keeled. Where my sister can be a little bit of a tornado sometimes. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But I love you guys. I wish the best for you. To many years together. To Jess and I love you all.
So hi, Matt and Jesse. I just wanted to say a special love you. I'm so proud of you for working through everything that new couples work through. You guys have been awesome, and I'm looking forward to many, many years of joy with you and your family to be. So I'm just glad to be part of your wedding. Thank you for doing that for everybody.
Jesse and Matt, this is just such a beautiful day, and what a thrill it is for me to be a part of it, because Jesse, you've been the light of my life, and now Matt, you will be too. And Dad and I have prayed so long for this moment, so we just wish you all the best, and we'll be in your lives, and we just are so thrilled that we can celebrate today with you. Love you so much.
Okay, I am just so happy to be here. I cannot believe Jess is getting married. I've been praying for years. She'd find a nice man. I really love Matt. Just met him yesterday. He's a wonderful young man. I wish him all the happiness in the world.
Matt and Jess, you know I'm immensely proud of both of you and happy for both of you. Praying for God's best. Not just for this day, that it be the perfect day, but for your marriage and your life together. Call us anytime you need us. We love you very much.
Hey, Matt and Jesse, happy wedding. I'm so excited to be here and be part of it. We love you guys and happy babies. Bye.